Well, it's that time of year again. That time of year that we pack up and we head out on some hunting trips. This year we are headed out to Texas. Finally get to hunt the ranch after over a year of work, and just working every time we go out there. We're working, so which I guess is a thing of having a ranch. So packing up, I'm traveling a little different this year. I'm gonna take a cooler with me because I plan on bringing some meat back home. So anyways, we're packed up. We're gonna head out to the airport, meet up with some friends, head for the ranch, and see if we can fill some freezers.
So we are headed to South Texas.
So as you can see, we have Jeff, Booba, Dave, and myself in camp. We're gonna kick the whole thing off with the boss man himself, Jeff Elliott.
All right, we're all set up in the blind this morning out here in South Texas. Gonna do a little gun hunting for big old whitetail, South Texas whitetail. So we're gonna wait for daylight, and I think we're all set to do some hunting. Got the hands-free grunner with me to call them in, and using my trusty DX headlamp to see in the blind. Get all set up. I'm self-filming today. That didn't take very long. We got daylight still coming up, and we got a lot of deer in front of us, so you gotta love South Texas. Best part of it. Worst part is they got so many deer you don't know what time you're gonna be hunting, so. These guys are all a little too young. Still fun to watch.
Well, the sun's coming up, and as the sun starts to rise, Jeff looks over, and there is the biggest 8-point he's ever laid his eyes on.
The Hitmen is brought to you by Zeus Broadheads, Nightmare Extreme Arrows, Whitetail Products Gone Wild, DNZ Products, the DX Headlamp, the Power Light 3-in-1 Flashlight, Steady Form, the Hands-Free Grunner, and what keeps us warm all year? The Heater Bodysuit.
Welcome to South Texas, baby. He's a beautiful, beautiful mature deer. We dropped him right there. We're still gonna give him a little bit of time and keep my eye on him. That was an exciting, fast hunt. I ain't never seen anything like it. Done a lot of hunting in my life, but I don't think I've ever shot a deer that fast. I don't think we sat in the stand for maybe 20 minutes, and that was getting set up, getting the cameras all set up, and all of a sudden the deer came out. Man, I'm telling you, you gotta love South Texas. They got lots of deer, and the way they manage them down here is really, really respectful. They don't shoot young deer, shoot only mature deer, and we were watching a few young deer and see this guy come walking in, and I knew immediately he was a mature, nice deer. And I was very happy to find out that he was on the target list. So, oh wow, look at that deer. Look at that deer. Oh, that is a nice South Texas buck. All right, welcome to South Texas. Look at this beautiful buck I got down here. I can't tell a really long story about it, but it was an amazing little hunt. I gotta say little because it was so quick, but I've been down here in Texas bow hunting for quite a while now, for a few weeks anyways. Haven't had much success, and had this opportunity to come down here and do this South Texas with a rifle, and I decided I gotta put some meat in the freezer and I really want to get this done, so came down here. What a great time, what a great hunt. Lots of animals, lots of stuff to see, and it's just I didn't have to sit very long. I think it was less than 20 minutes by the time I got my equipment in the blind and got all set up. And this bruiser, he came in. There was a few deer in there already at daylight. And this bruiser comes walking in, and all he cared about was a little bit of corn. So
I gotta tell you, these guys hunt with me, by the way. We had the toughest whitetail season I've personally had in like 20 years. But old Jeff, he got it done. Now, Booba and me, we were still on our roll. We weren't doing so good in camp. So Booba spent his last morning on stand, so now he's got one sit left. The outfitter was like, it's on you. We can move you to another stand. You can stay there. You can stay in camp if you're having a bad enough week. Well, Booba, it's Junior, it's Jeff Jr. Booba made the very wise decision to stay put, and you're about to find out why.
This portion of the Hitmen is brought to you by bowbargain.com, the one place on the internet with liquidation pricing every day. bowbargain.com.
This segment is brought to you by Zeus Broadheads. The patented Zeus Broadhead blades collapse when making contact with bone, then redeploy, bringing devastation and penetration to another level. See more at ZeusBroadheads.com.
Yeah, so we got him. He went down over there in the brush. We've been hunting that guy for the last 4 days. 4 sits anyways. And he wouldn't come in anything closer than 700 yards. But we got him now, so we're gonna let him take a break and then we're gonna go get him.
What happened, Junior?
What happened is I finally got him. So we went out hunting, and this is the last night that we're here, and it's been a hard last 4 hunts. We waited and waited. He was 700 yards out, and I was losing hope. Well, it really was. I was like, can I make that shot? And no. So we went out again. This is the last night, and I wasn't going to go there, but I was like, you know, I should go. I should stick it out. If I get him, that'd be great. If I don't, well, whatever. So we get out there, and we get ready to go, and you know, I see a little buck come out in front of him, and then all of a sudden I see him come out behind him, and I'm like, there he is. So we start getting ready to make it happen, and of course, never could get a good shot, and I think it was like 6 minutes I sat there holding my gun, felt like an eternity. And then when I pulled the trigger, I didn't see much besides about 30 feet away, a little tiny poof of dust. And I was like, there's no way I just missed that bad. And so my guide, he said, how do you feel about that shot? And I said, not good, dude. This is not good. So after I looked at the footage, saw the video of that it looked like it wasn't a great shot, we let him sit for 30 minutes, went down, I found blood. We start following the blood trail, and there he was, probably 50 to 70 yards away, laying down in the brush. And yeah, now we're here. We cleaned him up and to present him to you guys. So, well, we're here at Double T Outfitters, and it's been a great experience here. These guys are awesome, fantastic, and I would highly recommend booking a hunt with them. It was a good time.
Booba is on the board. Great job, man. You earned it. Okay, I want to break in here real quick because I've been pimping the Torch Z forever. Well, Kills has come out with something that absolutely obliterates the Torch Z. This thing is crazy. This thing is called the Power Light, and the innovation just keeps going and going and going. I'm going to show you this thing right now. So what makes this flashlight more special than any other flashlight on the market? I'm about to show you. Pay attention, this is crazy. Number one, great floodlight. I'm gonna try to not point it in the camera. It's got a great kind of regular floodlight, but it also has that you pull this forward. I can't put it in the lens. This is one of these flashlights that this is one of these beams that the government's always talking about stopping. It's going to be illegal. So it's like, buy one now. This right here, at a mile, you can see a coyote. We wanted a flashlight where the beam would reach out a mile. This beam reaches out a mile. Now you might think, oh my gosh, that's incredible. That is the coolest flashlight. Well, it's not. By the way, it does many modes. But if you leave it in a mode for a long time, it just shuts off like you just watched a second ago. Anyway, here's the other cool thing, which I find fascinating. Almost unbreakable acrylic handle here. Oh, sit down, y'all. Yeah, just turns into a lantern. So if you can imagine, it's got a little metal thing here. You can hang it in a tree while you're gutting a deer. You can put it on a picnic table while you're hanging out, playing cards by the fire in camp. You can keep it on your nightstand in case of emergency, but it is a 360-degree lantern, and it will run for like 20 hours like this. Absolutely phenomenal. Can it get better? No. Yes, it can. On the backside right here, you know we wouldn't be without this. A cell phone charger. USB cell phone charger. Charges cell phones remarkably fast. And once again, if you have an emergency situation, power outage in the woods, in your car, in your glove box, having something to turn your phone back on is, you can't replace that kind of security. So anyway, I don't want to ramble on about the Power Light. Go to www.killshunt.com. Check them out. They're going to be in a lot of stores as well. But if you want in on the newest, latest, greatest thing that's ever hit the market, the Power Light, killshunt.com. Now on to Dave, Crazy Dave. That's his new name. Dave is our self-proclaimed #1 Hitmen pro staffer. And that's it. The #1 pro staffer didn't film a single deer. He sat in the ground blind, filmed himself, talking about all the deer, but who wants to watch deer? Let's just watch Dave.
And that's a wrap on night 1. Seen a bunch of deer.
Had plenty of deer. Dave, hit the record button and prove it. No one wants to watch you talk. I'm sorry.
We are fixing to get in this blind here. Couldn't get it done at the first location. We gave it a couple of sits, one at night, one in the morning. Had plenty of deer, but just no shooters.
In Dave's defense, he did say that us here at Wild Choice Media, 23 years on national television, we told him that we no longer want to film deer anymore. Yeah, just so you know, that did not happen. It's a made up. That's why we call him Crazy Dave. He quite literally made that up in his mind. We don't want you to film deer anymore. Just sit in the blind and film yourself talking about deer that you don't film. He did film some awesome B-roll though. That should make up for it. So anyway, let's move on to the one day, the single day he filmed something besides himself.